In just a single week, the global economy has seen around $6 trillion vanish and reappear. We've witnessed one of the most intense trade wars in recent history, and it's been paused, restarted, and threatened again, 7 different times. Depending on when you're watching this, things may have shifted again. Economic uncertainty is now at an all-time high. Even though the stock market has bounced back for now, real people are starting to feel the pain. Layoffs are increasing, companies are freezing hiring, prices are going up, and interest rates are spiking. You might be thinking there's nothing new to say about these trade wars, and that's part of the problem. Despite the endless coverage, media outlets and experts are still trying to explain the chaos. Some say it's part of a secret strategy to lower interest rates before refinancing the national debt. Others believe it's a plan to shift the US dollar's global role. Some even chalk it up to a negotiation tactic. These theories are interesting because people want to make sense of something that's affecting their personal finances. But here's the thing. Sometimes a bad idea is just a bad idea. Pretending there's some hidden logic behind every move has caused major issues in both politics and business, long before tariffs ever came into play. President Trump's Commerce Secretary stated they would move forward with reciprocal tariffs. Trump defended the move, saying it would make the country stronger. He said the global trade system needed to be reset, and that he gave countries a 90-day break unless they retaliated. When China responded with tariffs of their own, he took action again. Here's where it gets real. Bad ideas may hurt businesses and economies, but they're also massive career opportunities if you know how to take advantage. If you move up in a company or gain any influence in business, you'll find that more people just agree with whatever you say. That's the classic yes man problem. People avoid disagreeing with their bosses or the government, and that's just the start of how bad ideas spread. The bigger problem is that common sense is hard to sell. If you follow the trade war news, government inefficiency, or just everyday business fails, you've probably seen wild ideas being presented as rational. Some of it comes from media bias, sure, but much of it comes from people desperate to be heard in a loud, messy marketplace of opinions. Our brains love patterns, even in chaos. So when someone claims a scary event is part of a master plan, we're drawn to it. Dr. Yuri Shasfort from the YouTube channel Money and Macro recently explained the economic logic behind resetting global trade. His video blew up because it gave the appearance of order in the middle of economic madness. It wasn't a defense, it was an analysis. But the response showed just how hungry people are for explanations that make things seem less random. And while his video was thoughtful, others are using attention to push harmful ideas, consultants especially. During the pandemic, consulting firms made a fortune helping businesses and governments adapt. In the UK, 2,300 consultants were hired to help with the test and trace system, costing £375 million, more than the staff in the UK Treasury. The same thing happened in the US, though exact numbers are harder to find due to the complexity of the healthcare system. Now, those same firms are getting paid big money to help companies adopt AI and respond to trade disruptions. In theory, consultants help during rare, high-impact events like pandemics or tech revolutions. But in practice, they're often hired just to confirm what leadership already wants. That's how they rack up billable hours. Some firms publish articles arguing remote work is the future. Others argue that returning to the office is vital. Whatever narrative your company prefers, there's an article ready to back it up. And just like that, flawed strategies get full corporate support. It doesn't stop with consulting. Bad ideas can take you even further, if you know how to spin them. President Trump had long supported protectionist policies, arguing that globalization hurt American workers. While some points were fair, like the downside of jobs being outsourced, his execution was questionable. Despite benefiting personally from global markets, Trump's stance played well with voters. Whether it was genuine or just good politics, the message resonated. The real twist is how Peter Navarro became the architect of U.S. trade policy. Trump discovered him after his son-in-law found Navarro's book, Death by China, on Amazon. The book and its matching documentary painted China as an enemy that must be defeated. But here's the wild part. Throughout his work, Navarro repeatedly cited another economist named Ron Vara. That expert doesn't exist. Ron Vara is just an anagram of Navarro's own name. So yes, one of the most impactful economic strategies of our time was influenced by a book, backed by a fake person. It would be funny if so many people weren't losing their jobs over it. Still, it shows how promoting bold, controversial ideas, even bad ones, can lead to power and influence. Supporting management's poor decision might not help the company, but it can help your resume. And that's the third reason bad ideas survive. People don't treat them like bad ideas anymore. A recent stock market rally had people celebrating just days after saying the stock market didn't matter. Before that, they claimed the market was the economy. The flip-flopping got called out, but the real issue is deeper. We make it hard for people to admit they were wrong. The more we punish people for changing their minds, the more they double down on mistakes. Good leaders know when to let their teams correct course. But in government, where pressure is massive and every decision is public, reversing a bad move is hard. Navarro, for example, had a PhD from Harvard. His thesis was on the motives behind corporate charity. Yet he might be remembered for making up an expert. Protectionist ideas themselves might now be discredited, even though some are worth discussing. Just because a solution is flawed doesn't mean the problem isn't real. But in today's media chaos, every new idea risks being dismissed outright. If you're going to back a risky idea, support it, but don't be the face of it. Quiet support means you get the credit if it succeeds and avoid blame if it fails. And sadly, until better ideas break through the noise, we'll keep seeing bad ones lead the way. Thanks for watching InvestingFlix. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and drop a comment below. For more expert insights on personal finance, investing, and wealth building, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss out.